A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the TCU head coach. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Tigers kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Horned Frogs offense will go on the attack first. Jeremy Payne, he made it to the end zone 4 times in their victory last time out while picking up more than 100 yards. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Got enough for the first. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is the type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect. They've worked so all offseason, all season up to this point to try to get that number beside their name. And this is the game. If you win it, you're going to get it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Working that left side now. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. So Missouri's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. Throwing Simmons. Pocket breaking down. Firing to the right, complete. Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely no...
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go right back to the run. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. They'll stop play here for a moment to have a look at this injured Horned Frog. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Finds his man. It's Lee. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Simmons to throw. Dangerous screen into traffic. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd down, here's Hardy. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Payne. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Craig. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And That's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Simmons. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. On the ground, it's Payne. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Back to the ground with the running back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. In the red area, it's Payne. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They'll try to add another to their lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. Running inside, it's Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Simmons. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll give it to Hardy. Here's a little room there. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Send the tight end in motion. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run it. It's Roberts. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Simmons to throw. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's a give to Hardy. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Dropping back, it's Craig. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play. What do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And it just, he kept going. He kept having time to go through. If I'm a defensive back, I'm going right to the defensive line. Hey, bro, can we get some pressure on the quarterback, man? That's unacceptable.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking for open space. It's Payne. Could be an alley. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
DBs locked up tight on the receivers. This time, there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Craig. Fires to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right. Field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good, easy call for the refs. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Finds his man, it's Lee. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He wants to change this route. Simmons. Fakes to grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest versus the Akron Zips. And it's the Demon Deacons looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Now back to your game at Memorial Stadium. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Immediately fires to the middle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Still running at the 40. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. They'll run play action. Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And you want these guys that can take the top off of defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picks up the first down. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
With the catch, it's Lee. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They're going to run it. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He's got enough for a Missouri first down.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, 3rd downs, get him the football. Shoot, 1st downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to Hardy. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Hardy again. There's some room. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And how about stubbornness being rewarded for this offense? Like, they give it to him, and sometimes that will deter people when you hand it to him and he doesn't get a good gain. But, nah, stick right to it. Give him the ball again. Nice job getting the play. Nice job by this offense staying stubborn with the running game.
And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, checking in from the TCU sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying.
Racing down the left side. He's at the 40. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for space. It's Payne. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
It's complete on the right side. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Payne. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Horned Frogs answer right back.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's Simmons to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Lee. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Fires left. Complete downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Simmons unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense.
Caught, and he's got room. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th quarter lead. But they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D-linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't.
Touchdown, TCU! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. His third touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Missouri sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They're dealing with a second and long. Throwing Simmons. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it along the sideline. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And, man, if you want to make big plays down the field, that's how it's done. It starts up front with the offensive line, and he had so much time to go through his progressions and then go through it again, man. So much time in the pocket. He delivers the big play down the field. Kudos to that offensive line right there.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are. First and 10. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great time between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another. Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down. He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Here's a give to Hardy. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. The Tigers are back on top.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
Extra point, anything but routine. It's good, and we're tied here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The offense will have a chance to get the go-ahead score here in the fourth. Rush is on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Fires to the middle. This time on target. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Craig. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Wants to throw again. Zings it complete to the right. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise, you can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Here's Simmons to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They boot it away on 4th down. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
New set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Craig. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Takes it the other way. And with the pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
At this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit...
Makes a grab and room to run. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he threw.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this, I'm into this game right now.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation